2 days after a homeless sex offender was arrested for sneaking into a bedroom through a window and raping two teenage sisters, we are learning just how many homeless sex offenders are actually roaming Albuquerque streets and what the law is doing to keep tabs on them. News 13's Alex Tomlin is live in the Newsplex.
Diane, they're supposed to be tracked and monitored closely, but that can be hard to do when their address is listed as under a bridge or just Route 66.
Right now we have 19 that are homeless.
Sergeant Joshua Campos says his deputies are hard at work keeping tabs on homeless sex offenders in Albuquerque.
They do come in once a week to update us and tell us that they're still homeless. If they change their living arrangements within 10 days, they have to notify us.
He says his detectives also do random checks to see if the rapists and child molesters are where they say they will be.
If they are homeless, they still have to give us a physical location of where they're homeless at.
Some of those locations under the Central Bridge downtown or just Route 66. So I went looking to see if they would be there. While I didn't find anyone under the bridge or the offender that says he's living at this East Central motel.
Yeah, I've seen him, but he don't live here.
But some of them were right where they said they would be. Hi, Mr. Gordon?
Yeah.
Mr. Romero?
Yeah.
And neighbors vouched for others. So he can be found here normally.
Oh, right there in 220.
Do you guys know a Thomas Gay?
Yeah, he lives right there.
Once a month, deputies team up with a number of agencies, including probation and parole, to do a sweep to make sure offenders are living where they say they are. Troy Rupplinger with probation and parole says homeless sex offenders in their system have a little bit tougher restrictions.
They report a lot more frequently when they are homeless. They'll report 3 times a week.
And they're required to get a job. Once that happens,
We will work with the halfway house to get them in as soon as possible.
deputies have a tougher time because they can't force their offenders to find work or a permanent place to stay. But Sergeant Campos says his detectives keep homeless sex offenders on a short leash.
It's not as difficult as you would think.
Something interesting, sex offenders on parole are required to wear a GPS tracker, but that doesn't always apply to the homeless because they have nowhere to charge the device. Currently, only 53 of the 171 sex offenders on probation or parole have the GPS monitors. Diane?
Okay, Alex. Patrick Albert, the homeless man arrested for raping the teen sisters, listed his hangout spot as an intersection that's just a few blocks from where the girls live near Central and Louisiana.